We're here in Plains, Montana today doing a 120 suppressor showdown, testing performance using sound, recoil, and shot control. There's nothing cooler, like that's a sick sound. I'm really excited for today, and I'm really excited to see where TENET stacks up against the competition. You had some serious hesitations, right?
100% thought you were full of shit. I mean, I'll say it. I remember telling Joe, like, yeah, okay, we'll see. I was wrong.
Ooh, that's a tough word to
That hurts. If you know me, that hurts.
We flew out here to run all of our new products that are launching, and it's roughly 120 configurations of top performing suppressors in the market. Joseph Ewing has been so kind to pull all of this together. We got John Snow from Outdoor Life and a bunch of different guys here, all with one mission, and that's to figure out what product creates the largest competitive edge for both in the backcountry and the competition field.
Probably about ready. Let's get going.
At the end of the day, I am not worried about the velocity.
Yeah, understood. You know what I'm going to do is, let's skip putting velocity in here. I'm just going to keep the data on here and we can explain.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
So you're ready, Joseph. Fire. Shooter ready?
Shooter ready.
Fire. All right.
7.100.
Oh my gosh. Jake, you drawing tags? Did you get that 700 archery?
6.2.
It actually comes with a level to time it.
24.375.
7.120.
24.0.
Mind is spinning from numbers, but I believe the number was awesome, wasn't it?
It's the lowest recoil out of brake suppressors.
Really?
The only one that was competitive was the
Non-NFA.
Maverick with two things put on it,
Okay.
plus a Recoil X.
Okay.
We just got running, I think we're through like 37 or 38 configurations of suppressors so far. We ran everything from brakes all the way down to suppressors, to really big suppressors, to short suppressors, to unbraked suppressors. It's really, really cool. I'm really excited for you guys to see the data. There's a bunch of numbers being going around right now, but I was able to look at the data and it looks good. So we have not broke one yet, and we had two barrels built, 16 inches, 6.5s and 300 Win mags, and as fast as you can feed them,
Oh, don't tell him that.
they hold. But there's in this area right here, there's one of the patents that like allows you to print it. Like there's a reason it's really light and still strong. Like, there's a new process that we came up with, like not just geometry, like a different printing process that got a lot of strength for a lot less weight.
And what's that made out of? Is that
Titanium.
Titanium?
Yeah.
And how does the brake attach to it?
So the base configuration, like the way, if you buy a suppressor, it'll be sold, this is called the limited series, well, this is the flow. This is we'll have what's the very first models that launch are the limited series. So it'll look like that when you buy it.
Okay.
We should have tested that before we took that off too.
And then
We can throw back. We can.
God.
Yeah.
and then
got nothing but time.
you can buy a 1-port, and it comes with a jam nut, and then you can buy a 2-port, and all you have to do is thread it off out the outside, screw your jam nut on, and throw it on.
Okay.
And you almost don't have to re-zero. Like it's really
Within
dang
a
close.
click.
It's really dang close. But yeah, I don't want to advertise you don't have to re-zero, but you almost don't have to re-zero.
So that brake will go on here, the 2-port.
Yes, sir.
And I can buy this.
Yes, sir.
And
That's
what's
what I
the weight
run
of
on
that?
my thing.
8.8 ounces.
Yeah.
What I will
edges
say
right
is
here.
when we were, I don't know if you guys are watching the barrel, you can watch that barrel flop. Dude, this one is straight.
Well, I noticed that on the data I'm collecting.
Well, you can.
And I
That's
haven't
what
been
he's got
comparing,
the
but it
sensor.
was like 10, 11 stuff where the other ones are anywhere from 15 to 30.
25, yeah.
Really fun to
That's
get
badass.
behind the gun on a Magnum with them, just because of like, you don't need a spotter. Like, you can spot your own shots at 500-600 yards. That's
I gotta see that.
And do you have a 7 mil version of it, or what are
Yes,
the?
6.5, 7s, and 30s.
That's pretty sweet.
I'm gonna try another one, Corey, if you're done. Jacob, what was the recoil number we got on that one?
Wow.
So that has, of course, everything. I shot my elk this year. He boogered, and he was like 115. Then I watched.
I want to run this cattle with my 6-car.
115 with a 300
And so which model?
That is ridiculous.
And it moves slow.
I mean, it's like
Oh, I just want to compare it to what I'm normally running.
Holy cow, the sound difference. I mean, the sound difference is huge
that
there.
made me.
That's still not bad.
That is impressive.
Less recoil than the other one?
Recoil, it's harder
Same.
to say, but as far as movement, it's just moving like 2-3 tenths.
Whatever you guys want. You guys
I
run
think
run
right.
as
This,
little or
this
whatever.
goes on that.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Speed it up, Joseph.
Yes, sir.
And it's 2 port.
One port limited.
Fire.
ED on that guy.
26.625.
Shooter's here like 121.
What?
Yeah.
I'll trade you.
With supers.
Yeah,
with supers.
That was 3.
What's supers? Like supersonic
Fire
ammo.
when ready.
Subs, it's
Shooter
like
ready.
115, 116.
Sounds like a
It
sounds like a nail gun is what it sounds like.
So
Sounds like a freaking nail gun.
we have that same thing in a 30, and you take 308 and you put subs in it, and
I
you
bet
dry
you just
fire.
like-
It's 118, and it's 115 when you fire rounds. It's pretty
Jacob,
cool.
we missed
It's
that
it's
third,
hilarious. Like you pull the trigger, and the
remember
only
what
thing
the
you
spotted
hear, if
measurement
you shot it
was?
into the abyss, you don't hear
third
anything.
shot.
But if
was
you
the-
shoot it,
missed
it'll
it.
hit dirt. That's
I
all you
missed
hear.
it.
It's pretty cool.
Really impressed us with how light it is and how quiet it is. It's been about the quietest in the test so far.
Corey, how many do
This
we have left?
PTR vent right there with it. These two have been just like the most whisper quiet ones so far. We still have a bunch of cans to get through, so that may shift. But right now, these guys, in terms of just the pure sound reduction, are kind of leading the way.
I have another.
Yeah, I'm glad the copy.
Fire one ready.
That's actually
Fire.
7.67.
Are we done pulling triggers right now?
Done. The TENET limited 32 port was 0.1 more recoil, but average dB of
What was the-
144.
What was the K? 'Cause
So
Casey
15
thought the
dB
K
quieter.
was-
15 dB quieter.
Yeah,
If you're
15
averaging, though,
dB quieter with the same recoil. I mean, that's a no-brainer. I mean, that's...
And then the next is the Clovis Sabertooth 5 with the Recoil X, 160 dB. CGS Hyperion's next at 22.3, 154 dB. Then the Scythe at 25.437.
So big jump.
Yeah. And then that one's actually pretty quiet though too.
That's the STM site.
So there's almost like two different realms of like some cans that are like 158 to 160 that are pretty good here. But cans that are in the 141 to 144 is the Scythe and the TENET limited 32 port. Just finished up a very, very long day of testing. We tested 145 configurations, I believe. That's 145 different configurations of different suppressors with different brakes and end caps, etc. The space is changing quickly, and it's awesome that the consumer is going to get a better product because of it. A lot of work has been put in to get to where we're at today. Like taking a lot of really awesome people and a lot of hours, a lot of highs and a lot of lows. Really excited for people to start using this product. I've been selfishly using it for years now, and it truly changes your success rate in the field and allows you to, you know, bring home game confidently, accurately, and in my opinion, dramatically extends your performance range and your ethical range just because of the precision that it allows. We are going to test tomorrow morning. We got a slow-mo camera. We're going to get some more slow-mo footage there, and our coined phrase is unrivaled shot control, and that's because that's what we were aiming at from the beginning. Suppression was a secondary, but unrivaled shot control was the goal, and I believe when we fire up the slow-mo cameras tomorrow, it's going to be epic to watch. We're going to run them on some Magnum rifles, and it's going to be a lot of fun. Leading up to this, I didn't even know who Joseph was till, I don't know, 6 or 8 weeks ago when he posted his first thing, and I reached out. And it's been an absolute blessing, and I've been kind of hinting at what we've been working on at TENET, and kind of told him a little bit of the numbers. It's because we've been super under the wraps and trying to keep it, you know, pretty hush. And I guess what's your opinion of today?
The TENET's cans performed as well as some of the most aggressive brakes out there, 15 decibels quieter, which is unbelievable. You know, because you don't get the concussion, you don't get the slap, you don't get all of that, and to equal those numbers with the quietness is amazing. It shows where 3D printing is going. It shows where his years of work and research is going to pay off big.
Combining the recoil mitigation, the weight and everything.
Yeah, we're in the 6-7 ounce range
with a brake.
With a brake, as little recoil, or you know, as good a recoil reduction as a Recoil X brake, but as quiet, or almost as quiet, as just a flat end cap suppressor.
Most of this crowd here is really looking for that short, light, maneuverable competition stuff. But there were some suppressors that were insanely quiet that gave up a little bit of recoil mitigation. So you'll be able to filter through, like if your ultimate goal is ultra quiet but get recoil reduction, you'll be able to filter through and find exactly what product you want. Whatever they post, we will share at TENET, and then we'll take those results and try to push it out through TENET as well. And today, we're going to try to statistically put a number to how on shot, like what the user is going to experience when they're behind the gun and where their reticle and spotting their shot is. And that's going to be represented in muzzle jump.
Jump and duration. TENET limited 30 single port brake, 300 PRC.
Fire.
Almost seen the bullet land at 300 yards in a 8.5 pound 300 PRC. Impressive. TENET limited 30 2-port brake, 300 PRC.
Shooter ready?
Shooter ready.
Fire.
Watch the bullet hit. Unbelievable. Thunder Beast Magnus S Recoil X Gen 2 300 PRC.
Shooter ready?
Shooter ready.
Fire.
2 mils off right and 1.5 mils, 2 mils of jump.
Our coined word, unrivaled shot control. Do you think that holds validity?
Of everything we've tested today, there's nothing comes close. Next can.
Let's run this. This is Scythe.
Scythe TI Recoiled X Gen 2 300 PRC.
Shooter ready?
Ready.
Fire.
Whoa. Actually, it moved less than the Thunder Beast. We've got a mil, probably, I'm guessing a mil up and a mil right.
So yesterday, for recoil numbers, if you just look at statistics, it showed that Scythe was like a clear standout, like it was competitive with the limited 30 in terms of sound and recoil. But from a shooter's experience, is there a difference between them?
Unbelievable difference. The muzzle jump, the muzzle rise, the way the TENET tracked so flat and stayed on target. I seen the spall coming off the target. I seen the spall coming off, but the jump was vastly different. The muzzle movement was vastly different. It done a good job in recoil control, but the movement was a lot different. CGS Hyperion K Recoil X Gen 2 300 PRC.
Shooter ready.
Shooter ready.
Fire.
163.
3 mils off target.
How many mils off target were you with the TENET Limited?
Less than half. I mean, I'd have to look back, think back, but.
Wow. That was like 3 mils left. Huge difference.
Why is that? Like, what's the difference?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you. So this suppressor was designed to suppress, be lightweight, but I have geometry in here that inside of the suppressor, we off camera, I'll tell you a little more exactly, but on camera, I'm not gonna say it. But yeah, there's just some stuff in there that like allows it to give that impulse that's just so smooth and clean.
And also first round pop. First round pop was so minimal.
Like you had some serious hesitations, right?
Oh, I did. I 100% thought you were full of shit. I mean, I'll say it. I remember telling Joe, like, yeah, okay, we'll see.
What do you say now?
I was wrong.
Ooh, that's a tough word to use.
That hurts. If you know me, that hurts. How many times have I said I want a 8-ounce can that does
what Recoil X.
What I thought my Thunder Beast does, and then it turns out he beat it.
Absolutely incredible trip. Can't thank Joseph enough for putting all this on and everybody else that helped. It was awesome. I think if anybody wins from all of this work, it's the consumer. It's for anybody who's interested in any type, trying to figure out what that competitive edge is. And instead of spending a bunch of time trying to research on the internet, I think you're going to be able to find all of the information you need from one source. And just being completely honest, I'm absolutely just grateful for how things went. We've done extensive amounts of testing and many years of R&D to get here, and we knew a product we had was awesome and truly exceptional. I think through shooting today and really just like letting top level shooters shoot it, it's like I mean I shoot more than the average person, but I am by far no means like some expert level shooter. So when I shoot it, like my opinion's like it's relative. When you get professional shooters that shoot tens of thousands of rounds, and they're blown away by it. It's awesome experience. I'm super excited. I'm really excited for everybody to get one of these things in their hands and get to experience for themselves in the elk woods, the deer woods, anywhere in the mountains, bear season, whatever. And we originally didn't design these suppressors for the competition world, but through this testing this weekend, we kind of shown that they hold merit there. So I've got. Been a great trip. Get back home, get back to work, get these things available to the public.